Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am Zerra. I have played this game for around close to 10,000 battles. So this message is to all my subscribers and to Wargaming itself. What do you mean? Well, this message they would like to say it's have one question: how would I improve the game? And listen to me, Wargaming. This message is to you and to the big developer team that you guys have. What would me, Zerra, do for improving the game? In my opinion, you have to consider that the game it's different today what it was when I played the first time in closed beta. It's different gameplay, it's different play style, and I honestly believe Wargaming that you should how should I say, encourage players to play like together, like a team, because after all the reason why I like World of Warship, it's about team oriented. Doesn't matter how good you are, of course you can do amazing Kraken unleash and stuff like that, but you can still lose the game. Yes, you heard me right. Even though the USK you can do 7-8 kills, you can still lose the game, because this game it's all about the team, and if the team does not support you, it does not matter quite beside one or two ships in the game, if they decide if they want to get killed or not. I'll come to that later. But in general, let's say if you have this cruiser or if you have a battleship, if you don't have the support of your team, if you want to push or defend or whatever you want to do, you might still lose the game. So Wargaming, how would I improve the game? I honestly believe you have to do something about the cruisers, you have to do something about destroyer and aircraft carrier. And listen to me, Wargaming, this is a crazy idea, and you, my dear viewers, if you see my channel, please let me know in the comments below, and give your thoughts about my crazy idea. Alright, let's go for carrier. Well, of course I do have this Langley. I kind of enjoy her when she had you can manual drop, not that much anymore, but it's a tier 4, nobody cares. But then it's a different story when we are going for, I'm talking about the carrier in general. Wargaming, there's a lot of battleship, and most of you guys actually my subscriber do enjoy playing the battleship. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you have to improve the carrier, and this is one crazy idea that some other games, but also in this game, and you know what, we will go to right now to operations. You see, there's different kind of operation. This is the killer whale, you know. Remember Wargaming that you have one PV mode, rescue the raptor, and in of which if you stay close to one particular ship you will get healed as long as you stay in the green circle. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you don't receive a lot of heal, but it increase you for a period of time as long as you stay in this bubble, you know, the green circle. Now where do I have my regio? Okay, this is a tier 6 with manual drop and stuff like that. Now I urge you, Wargaming, that you put maybe more or less to every single carrier in this game one additional squads. What do you mean? Right now at the build I choose, I have 2 fighters, 1 torpedo. No, I do have 3 fighters, 1 torpedo bombers. No, is this the one? No, this is the one I chose. I forgot. Sorry, 1 fighter, 2 torpedo bombers, and 2 dive bombers. Why not, Wargaming? Give them additional 1 squad more, and a special dive bomber squad for all aircraft carrier line, and that particular dive bomber should be heal bomb. What do you mean? It's simple like that. You don't have to give them like 3 or 4 planes in one squad. Give them just 2, or you decide. But wow, with those are not for the enemy. Those dive bombers are for your ally. I'll explain. With those additional, beside you have here, you give every single carrier in this game 1 additional squad, but those special green squad should be used for your ally. So let's say if you see a very low HP cruiser, destroyer, battleship, you name it, any ship in your team, and it has ridiculous low HE, and probably you would like to heal that up. What's range and so on, it's you wargaming, you decide. But my idea, it's simple. You manual dive bomber your own team, and just 1 dive bomber will heal in a period of time. I don't know how much HP pool, but for all ship, not just battleship. So this heal bomb drop, how you can call it, it will in let's say 60 seconds he will heal up, I don't know, 200 points a second or something, I don't know. But the idea that you're not just focusing and targeting your enemy, but also take a closer look who needs my help right now. Of course you can do it today to defend your BB and defend with your fighters, defend your team, but how about also healing them? That will be something new, and I honestly believed that in this case you're more happy to see a carrier, that because carrier are not just the one who punish your enemy, but also healing you when you need it. Of course, after that drop, that squad has to need to go back to rearm and so on, but it's still a small chance that, you know, this scope battle between a regular ship, any ship, and an aircraft carrier, then and of course I do honestly believe this will increase the carrier's potential and survivability for your team, because it's all about, as long as your team are together, as long as and you're alive and you have enough with HP, you have a chance to win. So yeah, a second one, I also been thinking what could be also some heal. I know the let's go to touch tree. You see, we already have an wargaming that you already spawned about Russian. We will have additional 3rd line. I know for sure you already even mentioned the name. It will be 3 additional destroyers, and you already said they will have a new armament. It will be fun, I don't know, to receive maybe mines in the water or some new armament will be nice. But now let's talk about, in my opinion, let's say Podvodsky. I do know for sure that you wargaming, you have this static. How many torpedo hits is with this? In my opinion, no good piece of crap torpedo boat. It's not a torpedo boat, it's a gun boat. It's pretty fast, it's alright, but wargaming, another suggestion: remove the torpedo entirely. Yeah, remove them. So this destroyer and why I'm saying this destroyer is because of the speed 42 knots. You kind of have a speedy destroyer, and I'll tell you also by the way why. And let's go to the Gnevny, same things, because why have 4 kilometers YOLOing that nobody will hit? If you will play with this destroyer, probably in 100 games you will hit 1 or 2. so ridiculous bad, because if you think war game that you can come within 4 kilometers of a cruiser or a battleship, I do believe you're wrong. Nobody's YOLOing, if not, yeah, you might torpedo, but you're also dead, so that's the reason. Your torpedo that cruiser or the battleship, you're YOLO in, but you'll get wrecked. How about same thing here? And this thing has 38 knots, a whole lot slower. All right, but remove this stupid 4 kilometers. Nobody use anyway. You're gonna use most of the time. And same thing goes here also. What, 4 kilometers? You gotta be joking. What kind of a torpedoes at tier 6? 4 kilometers? Yeah. No, seriously. Remove them. And same thing goes. Instead of torps, give this ship and the tier 5 a new armament. I don't know, but my idea, same things. Become this rescue PV mode that you have one you know, on the consumables. So you create this green bubble, so whatever ship it's in your circle, it will be healed couple HP pool a second. I don't know how much, but in this time, well, the battleship, the cruiser, they're all sticking together, because if a ship will have this ability with green circle, well, everybody will want to stay close, especially if they receive a couple damage, and so on. So they force people playing more together, you know, more oh, I have to stick with this guys, because yeah, you know, I might can push and still get healed, even though the tier 6 cruisers and tier 7 cruisers and all tier 8 cruisers beside Royal Navy and Atago don't have any heal. So by the way, now let's go to the cruisers, and actually I'll talk to about Cleveland. Now Cleveland with camo, with no captain, have her to 12.9 concealment. So from 12.9 wargaming to her max range, it's 14.6. So what do we have here? 1.7 kilometers, 1.7 kilometers. Let's say a battleship or any other ship detect us. But the best thing, it's another cruiser. All right, this is the problem wargaming. I got detected in my Cleveland from another cruiser, right? I can only fire her. Let's say the cruiser are sailing away from 12.9 to 14.6. Even at 14.6, I'm not gonna hit anything, and I cannot buff this range. Why it's so important? This is my beloved Cleveland, and still in many ways when I play with PV mode, this is the best cruiser in this game. At PV random battle, she's the worst. She's the worst. Yes, she's the worst. Even though you have the best AA defense, you have the best firepower. But what makes her wargaming such an easy target? It's ships like Scharnhorst and other cruisers. Even let's talk about the tier 6 cruiser. How fair is that this monster, which just look at this. With this perk, wargaming does not matter what angle the Cleveland's or any other cruisers they try to angle, because they will still pen them and do mass damage. But the most ridiculous between those two ships wargaming, it's the range. I have 16.6 and rail guns. I will hit a damn thing at 16.6. With Cleveland, I'm never gonna hit anything above 14. Nothing. So basically, Cleveland has 1 kilometers between she got spotted and if we don't have the concealment expert. But now, and this is the same thing for this ship. And let's talk about this ship. She's very good, but she has one big downside with all other cruisers, probably beside Royal Navy. Rudder 6.9, turning radius 710. Not bad, but wargaming. This is what I'm saying. The cruisers are just food for battleships. I'm not joking. If you have to have maps with islands that you can shoot, and there's an island between you and a battleship. Otherwise, if you're sailing away, you have such a large citadel wargaming that and you know, armor thickness 30 millimeters, you gotta be joking. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter angle, no matter how you try to survive, you're never gonna survive if you're the only one cruiser in this game versus all other playing destroyers and battleships. You're never gonna survive 20 minutes, only if you hide and just do 0 damage. But what I'm trying to say is that all cruiser wargaming, they need additional upgrades. You see here, I'm talking about those one additional plus, and that has to be so captains can choose between stealth. Yes, you heard me right, stealth, because after all, the reason you playing this cruiser, it's you're the enemy #1 versus destroyers. But now with this, let's say I have, what do I have, 15 points captain? Yes, I do have concealment expert, and I do have her to 11.6. 11.6. Do you think wargaming it's good enough when my tier 7 Royal Navy battleship King George V have 12.2? So it's not even 500 meters. Yeah, and that it's a battleship. This is a cruiser. Now what I'm trying to say, wargaming, you have to give all cruisers, probably beside Royal Navy cruisers, one additional slot, and that should be rudder. Another, yes, you heard me right, another rudder. So you buff the rudder of all cruisers all the way to tier, from whatever, tier 4 all the way to tier 8. Or concealment, but of course at tier 8 you have the concealment, so it's just most important the cruisers from, I don't know, tier 3 all the way to tier 7. But remember this, wargaming, the cruiser's HP is not that great, and she received 1 or 2 salvo. It means a lot, because if she gets citadel, and even if not get citadel, let's say if someone a battleship or any other ship put her on fire, she has to put 1 fire down. You cannot wait, okay, I have heal and I can recover that. There's no such thing to recover. So that's the reason we have to do something about the cruiser. And I'm talking about all cruisers, and beside Royal Navy, which they already have the heal, but those non-heal cruisers, that's what I'm trying to say. And it's a big ship, the turning radius are not that great, and same thing guys, it goes basically even to tier 8. I'm talking about, okay, let's go back to random battle. So my beloved Mogami, I mean, Mogami, it's great wargaming, but same thing goes here. She cannot angle in any way. What do you mean? She is basically, in my opinion, wargaming a snacks for everyone who's aiming at her. Just look at her. She's as big as a battleship, and even though she tried to angle whatever, you know, she will eat citadels for day. Even in PvP, what do you call it, wargaming, I'm not joking, in cope battle, I'm scared to play with this cruiser. What do you mean? Because even bots can citadel the crap out of you, and it's not even fun to play versus bots with this ship, even though, oh man, when I played with her first time was a different story. And now wargaming, I decide to go for Japanese destroy, because you nerf them the most of all ships. I do believe that you basically you destroy the entire this second line. For me and for the subscriber or watching my video, this is not recommended. None of them, they all get nerfed, from the best tier 5, the worst tier 5, from the okay-ish tier 6 Hatsuharu till crappy. I mean, seriously, wargaming, this is a question for you. Why? Okay, now here's the deal. You take your best World of Warships player versus me with this amazing good destroyer versus Fubuki. Let's see who's gonna win. There's no reason why should you play anything than Fubuki at tier 6. Why? Because simple wargaming. I have 3 launchers, and with 3 launchers, how should I say? The way I played it, I don't need to hit the damn battleship with all 3 torpedoes. Maybe I'll send 2, and if the battleship are, let's say, turning, well, when he's turning, and I know for sure now he thinks that the torps are no more, then I'll send the 3rd one. Just make sure that damn thing I'll hit, and they'll do a lot of damage. So in general wargaming, 3 torpedoes, what do you call it? Yes, 3 torpedoes are not slightly better than 2 tubes. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a whole lot much better. You can create such a nice, good-looking wall, and there's 9 torps for crowd out loud. Why go to 8 when you have 9? No, seriously, wargaming, and this is something that I would do if I were in your shoes. I will make sure that all Japanese destroyer will get not 10, but close to maybe some of them 15 to 20% faster reload, because otherwise, and here's the thing, they are too slow to sail away. There's too much radar, and you buff all of US stealth and the radar. So now this you see, radar, and of course radar. And of course there's one additional here which is absolutely broken, and it will be even more broken in the future, and it's a US black. So what I'm trying to say, a US radar cruiser, when one Japanese destroyer do one mistake, it's too slow to get the hell out. Of course, yes, she has smoke, but the smoke will not help you versus a radar cruiser. That's the thing. And of course, beside US, there's Russian radar as well, you know. And yeah, I honestly believe that you have to do something about the Japanese. The Japanese get nerfed. Of course, there's a lot of people are playing Shimakaze, but beside Shimakaze, I'm not saying the Yugumo it's bad. It's not bad. But the thing has, how should I say, it's not, it's a big jump in torpedo from let's go to Japan. It's a very jump between 15 torps and what you have, 8 torps. Sure, you can have this crazy reload. I'm talking about the stupid module that nobody's using, because why wargaming I have smoke? This is my, you know, I only have, for crowd out loud, how much HP pool? I only have 15,500, which I do believe it's the lowest above all destroyers. So why the reason I have this smoke and the speed and the regular stuff? Because if I do one mistake, at least I have slightly a chance to get the hell out of there. And the thing is, even though she's okay-ish fire, rate of fire, I still lack in firepower versus anything else. So it's the best way to just get the hell out of there. And Fubuki has 9 torpedoes, and this bugger at tier 9 you still have only 8, when the US from tier 8 all the way to tier 10 they already has the 10 torps. I forgot the Mayhem has 12 torps, you know. So in my opinion, wargaming, it's not a huge, okay, I do get the point that you have much deadlier torps, but how affected are you versus let's say tier for tier? I still believe the Fubuki is better destroyer than this Yugomo. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great concealment, it's great everything, but she lacks in torpedo power versus let's say US, which US has come on, guys. It's 67, and that's not bad, 10 kilometers, but it's even better the Fletcher Torp, the upgraded one. Of course, this is probably the way to go with this torpedo, another F3, but oh man, you gotta be joking me. The 12 kilometer you have to, it's 60,000 silver experience to unlock. So I have to jump for it. This is, yes, this is valuable, but what I'm trying to say, they're not good enough. One mistake and you're dead. And remember, you may face Z52 with stupid hydro, which in my opinion is kind of a broken. You will face sometimes US Black, which can kill you for days with this ship, and you does not have the goddamn speed to just get the hell out of there. That's the biggest problem. So seriously, I would like you to buff the rearmed by torpedoes between at least 15 to 20% faster, so that she can fulfill the goddamn role of a torpedo boat. What else they would like to say? It's the matchmaking. Let's go to Touch 3 profile. No, and let's go now to Tier 5, especially Tier 5. What shall we take? We can take Russian. When I was playing the game Wargaming, my first, the best ship, it was absolutely broken and way too good. I do believe it has 18.1 range, has more range than a battleship, and a stupid fast rate of fire and so on. This was, and probably it's still decent, okay, cruisers, but in general, and this is kind of important, let's go to, I'm not just talking about the cruiser, I'm talking about the all Tier 5 premium ships are not recommended. Why? It's because of the matchmaking wargaming. You have to do something about the Tier 5 matchmaking, because let's face it, Murmansk is strong when he's top tier, but how about when she's facing Scharnhorst or God forbid Tier 7's ships, even Molotov gonna wreck Murmansk for days, and how should I say, she will face Fiji and Belfast, and now it's not, she's not that strong anymore. What I'm trying to say, it's in general, and I'm not just talking about the cruiser wargaming, I'm talking about the in general battleship, because please guys, what do you personally think about the Tier 5 battleship when you, let's say, play, just for example, you have your New York and you're facing the Tier 7 battleship? How fun is that? Now, wargaming, do I recommend my subscriber to purchase any Tier 5 battleship, especially Tier 5? And the answer is no, wargaming. Because of the matchmaking, you cannot do well in any premium Tier 5 battleships versus, not even versus Tier 6, versus Tier 7, you're screwed, because you don't have the armor, you don't have the armor, you don't have the speed, and you don't have the guns to do anything. You struggle as hell. So what I would suggest today, I should strongly urge you to change the stupid matchmaking. It's should be seriously, I'm not joking, from Tier 4 all the way to Tier 6 +1 -1, not more. Please let me know what you think about this idea. Okay, there's definitely no. And oh, apologize, guys. So yeah, I feel that that the game has become something much different than I played in the closed beta, and when it was only two nations. And I honestly believe wargaming, and something else that I like to say, and that it's about the maps. Some maps are crap. If you're playing a cruiser, they are not cruiser friendly. You have to do something about and even remove some maps. Another thing that I like to say is the standard battle. You have to change something about the standard battle. Let's say I'm playing this ship, Yugomo, or some very stealthy, I don't know, Kagero, or, you know, Fletcher, Benson, and this is standard battle and one big map. Wargaming, all I need to do is try to send some torps. If I'm doing exceed, or maybe I do some zero damage, let's say with this destroyer. Seriously, this happened to me many times. And if that sneaky bugger, like a Japanese destroyer or any other destroyer, does not matter. I'm talking about standard battle. Goes and try to cap. I know capping takes a lot of time, but let's say in the Big Brother is standard. If they all go left and the division do not 50-50, which basically means that one will collapse. They will just go and the one who's the most I'm talking about near together and will start to cap. How fun is that? Maybe half of the enemy teams and the friend team are still alive because one flank collapsed and the second one just went and capped. You have to do something about the stupid capping, because what I'm trying to say is that one sticky destroyer can just go and cap. We do zero damage the entire game, and probably we will hit one or two torpedoes, and then we'll just try to go and cap. It shouldn't be that easy to just go and cap. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not World of Tanks, this is World of Warship. And what I would suggest, I know this sounds kind of weird, in standard battle only, in a huge big maps, that it takes for a battleship forever to come back to defend the base, because that's what happened. I'm not talking about all maps, some maps. A Japanese destroyer can definitely do it. Just go and cap, and probably a lot of ships are still alive. But put the Bastian mode back in each cap, so you, before you start in cap, probably battleship and cruiser and destroyer should have to fire and killing that well, we had a Bastion mode, I do believe. So in only standard battle, I'm not talking about in the rest of the modes, just in regular standard, in big maps. You have to do something that do not allow a destroyer to just go and cap and win the game by that. And you know what I'm trying to say. And I honestly believe that it's no more fun to play cruisers and slow destroyers, because one mistake you're back to port. I have to do something about it. I don't know, but my idea, I honestly believe there's a lot of things to improve. Those wargaming were just some few ideas that I have, but keep that in mind. Wargaming, there's a game, Dreadnought, and there's a special ship with only does one thing, and that's heal. Of course it has some armament, but it healings other allied ships, and as long as you stay together and pushing, it's a little bit different. I honestly believe you already have this gimmick in this game in Rescue Raptor, so why not implement in probably Pan-Asian Destroyer or something? I don't know, but yeah, with mines and deep water storms will be something changed, because something has to be changed. I honestly believe wargaming that cruiser without smoke, without stealth, without good rudder, they are just tasty snacks for everyone else. When you aim, you're dead. And how fun is to play maybe a couple more minutes, you have one or two salvos and then you get wrecked. Yeah. Because honestly believe wargaming that one thing I like to say is that today some battleships are so stealthy at the high tier, they are close to cruiser 11 or below, which basically means that a cruiser have no chance whatsoever to escape wargaming if that cruiser does not have smoke. That's what I'm just saying. So we have to do something about it. And same thing with the aircraft carriers. I don't know, do something to increase the population of aircraft carrier because they are hard counterparts versus battleships. That's all I would like to say for now. Please subscribe to my channel and leave your comment below what you think about all my crazy ideas. I wish you have a good one, and thank you for watching.